So it's the new moon again, so it's time for me to decant this jasmine oil that we put down on the last new moon. So I am going to just pour it as gently as I can here. It smells beautifully infused with jasmine, by the way. I'm not sure this is going to need essential oils. Like, it's actually quite stunning. Intoxicating as jasmine is. Okay, now it's going to just a dribble. I'm going to try and balance this here and leave this sitting delicately here for 24 hours and just let the oils drip out good and proper, just really nice and slowly. This is my usual method of decanting oils. So yeah, when this is finished, we'll get on to making a decadent body butter. Okay, so the jasmine oil and olive oil, the jasmine infusion has finished decanting. I've got the double boiler going here behind me. You can see it's up to temperature. The steam's coming out the back. Could probably even turn that down. So there's about 3/4 of a cup here. If I think of this jar, this whole jar as a cup, it's about 3/4 full. So I'm going to put in 3/4 of a cup of coconut oil into the bain-marie. If you don't have a bain-marie, you can easily just put like is it Pyrex glass inside a pot with boiling water in it, and then put your oils inside the glass with the boiling water underneath it. Okay, there's about 3/4 of a cup there. Same with cocoa butter. In fact, I'm going to chop this clump up because otherwise it's going to take ages to melt, because this is the hardest butter that goes in there. So I'm quickly just going to give it a good little chop up. So here it is, all nicely chopped up. That's just going to go in. Now, the deal with these butters, these body butters, is they're perfect at this time of the year, like winter, early spring, late autumn, when it's a bit cooler. They won't melt, whereas when it gets really hot in the summertime, I find they're just like butter, and they're susceptible to turn to liquid in the heat. So not cool in the middle of summertime, but I mean, in the middle of summertime, it's almost like you don't want your body to be this oily either. Like it's really made for dry skin conditions, especially in the spring. You know, it can get really windy and dry us out, so this is still really wonderful at this time of the year. This is the same deal with this. I'm going to give the shea butter a quick little chop. Now I'm going to pop this in. This is going to be way more than I need to use, so I'm actually going to sell some of this because I'm not lathering this much on. I find body butters to be quite rich, and if I'm putting it on my face all the time, I get a little bit pimply, like it's just too much for my skin, but really good for mature skin. Or, you know, don't apply it every day. It's like an every second to every third day treatment, as it's that nourishing. Or really nice for feet and hands and legs as well. That's what I really like using really rich moisturizers for. Okay, now I'm going to actually no, I'm not going to pop that in just yet, because you know, I don't want to harm the scent that's infused in there with the warmth, like just in case it's a little bit warm. It's going to be probably the last thing I put in is that. I ordered this from online somewhere. I think it might have been Shaman's Garden. This is butterfly pea flour ground up I'm going to add that in straight into this. I just think it's going to be a really beautiful blend with the jasmine and butterfly pea flower. Yummy, yummy. Okay, so I'm going to put a tablespoon of ground up flowers in here. And this is just going to infuse nicely into these oils as it heats up. A fast infusion. It's going to make it a beautiful blue colour too. Decadent and intoxicating. A lovely combination. You can see this is a bird's eye view. We're just waiting till all of the oils and the fats and the butters have melted into a lovely liquid. Okay, all of these oils have now melted. This is where I'm going to tip the jasmine in. I'm going to really just leave this for a few minutes to really mingle and infuse with those fats that went in here, because that's what we really want, it to be well integrated with those very hard fats, and that are also super hydrating, which is what makes it so rich. There's those butters and or all of them, or butters, when they get really hard like that, super hydrating on the skin, like nourishing, like deeply nourishing. Yes, that smells good. Okay, I don't want to, it's going to go, now I'm going to take it off the heat here, and it's going to go straight into my fridge for at least an hour. And I'll be able to tell when it's ready because it'll go solid, but I'll give you guys a little squiz at it before I whiz it, so you know just what it looks like. Okay, now I've got it out of the fridge. It's just started to make a little bit of hardening around the edges there. You can see it's solidified here, which is, I think, because I put it in the freezer and the sides are really cold, it's going to be really good to whiz it now. I'm going to add in some essential oils. I've decided I am, because I just want it to smell real, I mean it smells good, but I want it to smell really good. So it goes in a little bit of jasmine. 1, 2, actually just, so quarter, I would say that was a quarter of a dripper, and some gardenia, which is really beautiful too. It's got a very feminine floral scent. So I'm going to go for about quarter, maybe less of that, if you can see how much is in there, because I want it to be more jasmine-y than I want it to be the gardenia. Plus some people can actually, you know, be a little bit sensitive to gardenia. Oh yeah, smells really good now. So now I'm going to whiz it till it's a butter, and this is literally all that you do to get it into a beautiful butter. little bit more jasmine. Oh, it's starting to set now. Okay, this is the last little bit. I still want to be able to pour it. I don't want it to set up too hard. That's going to be it for me, I think. Maybe it is already going really a bit too hard. What I was rummaging for is when I brought this one, it came with a little red one, which is actually ideal when you're trying to get it into these little jars here. But for the life of me, brought it, washed it, never used it. Who knows where it went because I live with children. So that's just how it is. So yeah, this body butter's an interesting colour, hey? Turned out more grey than blue from the butterfly pea flower. Still smells really, really, really good. So I'm going to try and get it in these little jars here. With this big, clumpy, clumsy, what do you call these things? Rubber spatula. I really, really, really want my little red spatula. Surely it's just here. Surely. And it's because it's red, you think I'd be able to see it, but it can't. So I'm going to try and get it in here with this. Might need to, there's still a few lumps in it. Get those out. Getting it in the jar is the tricky part. So messy, honest to God.